I made a video last week, posted it, and it was basically just like the title was "Is home theater getting out of hand?" And the premise was that the same thing I talked to you guys about. Like, is it too hardcore now? Like, is it scaring people away? And I had a lot of people, to my surprise, had commented and said that they actually used to have a dedicated theater space, but for one reason or the other, maybe they moved, or maybe their situations changed, or maybe they just wanted to. They found that they didn't really use their dedicated space that much. So when they got something else, they just reverted to a living room setup. And I thought that was kind of interesting. And a lot of people actually said that they went from, a multi-channel system down to just a stereo because that's all they used. And I found that interesting. Most of the people who were saying that they still use their home theater setup, the elaborate ones, I got the impression that there are no kids in the house anymore, and it seemed to me like the people who had gone that route and then had kind of reverted back, maybe started out with a home theater setup with multiple channels, and then life came up quick. They had a few kids and they were like, I can't really do this right now, so I'm going to go back to a living room because that's where everybody hangs out. So I thought that was kind of just interesting anecdotal information.
Yeah, that's a hit video, by the way. When I saw the numbers on that, I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
I was looking, I thought it was going to be like a few days old. I'm like, damn, that's from this morning?
It is. Okay. I watched it while on the pooper today.
Hey, all right. Yeah, you guys know how it is. I mentioned in our private chat, like, I did that one just kind of on the fly, and it is one of the better videos. And the videos that I'll spend 8 hours doing will get maybe like 1,000 or 2,000 views.
That's right. That's right. Oh, like that rant that I did, it was just like a straight up rant. I thought it was a horrible video. Like now, I don't even want to watch it over. But that one got a ton of views. I'm like, that's what I want to watch. Why would you want to watch that? Anyway, no, I thought that was a great topic, and I think part of it, I have a dedicated ish theater down here, and then I have our living room set up. It's just easier sometimes. Like, we're in the living room already. Now, like, if they want to watch something, like, we got to go downstairs. And sometimes, with the kids, they're not sitting there watching. They're like running around playing. Yeah. It's not that serious, right? It's not that serious for them. And it's just easier. It's just quicker. Like, so if somebody has a TV in the living room, thing turns on like instantly. If you have a projector with a bulb, it's a procedure. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You got to turn it on. Oh, hold on a second. My settings. Hold on a second. All this stuff. For me, if I'm going to watch a serious movie, I do want to go and watch in my dedicated theater. But as far as what, if it went more high end, if like there's a trend towards it going more high end versus the stuff that maybe what we talk about. A lot of people thank us like, hey, thank you for showing just your normal theater. Show us your normal setup that's like nothing spectacular.
Issues, and it doesn't cost like, I was adding up all the cost of all the things in my living room that I had to leave there, and like, damn, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of money, and then like to see what's happening here, see what's happening here at such a low price and still getting like, very good sound. I'm kind of upset,
Yeah. But that's a testament to the stuff that is getting better. And as the more budget stuff continues to get better, the extreme stuff also hopefully continues to get better. But I feel like that extreme stuff just continues to get more extreme and less practical. But there's always been that separation of, the extreme, the extreme builds and things like, even in just home theater, or I'm sorry, even in just like 2-channel stereo. So there's always gonna be a separation. I just feel like there is that gap in between very budget and very extreme high end that was really broad. And I just feel like they're just eating into each other. And most people are kind of saying, well, I don't even want a home theater anymore. I've had it. I just don't want it.
I don't want it.
Yeah. Like that's me. Like, I don't think I might do a home theater sometime later in life, but I can tell you for my next house, I don't even care. It's pretty much just me. And I'm cool with just having like a nice, maybe an 80-inch OLED or something like that with a nice 2-channel stereo setup, something like, or maybe some in walls. But I don't think I'm going to go through the trouble of installing Atmos ceiling speakers for this house. I might. Don't quote me on that. Don't hold me to it, but I probably won't, because it's expensive, man. I mean, every time you add a channel, that's a couple $100 at least.
then thinking about I'm just looking at these height channels. Hey Joe, by the way, this little extender pole thing.
I'm telling you,
this thing might
upgrading. See, your home theater, instead of like a crazy like spending thousands on a new processor, all you needed to get is an extension pole so you could put your thing up and not have it on some weird Klipsch speaker.
Yeah,
another speaker.
Don't judge him.
Hey,
I'm just saying, small upgrades, right? Like small wins.
Judge your tins.
You don't have to spend tens of thousands of dollars to have a home theater win. You know what I mean?
And then the other thing is the cable. The amount of cabling for these height channels, like I got to run it all the way to the back room and then up.
Yeah,
8 feet. Then cross the room. That's another 13. Leave a little space up there for it to get to the AVR. So yeah, I might actually be able to run another 2 height channels with this. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, I got. And then
for Joe.
A video I'd like to do in the future that we've talked about, Chana, is moving the speakers around the room. People saying, "Hey, the heights are best over here." Okay, we can easily test that and then play it back, record it binaural, and let you guys hear what the differences are, what the pros and cons are. So we can definitely do that. And all this is because I like for people to spend as little money as possible. That's the difference, right? I'm going to say it straight up. Other channels may have an affiliate, a close affiliate with someone who sells stuff. I'm not speaking about anybody specifically, but
that could be the case. But I mean, sure. Hey, buy all your home theater equipment from Dream Media Home Theater. Yeah.
There you go.
Tell them Chana Stitches. But I'm still going to tell you, like, if this shit doesn't work, this shit doesn't work.
Yeah, that's the easiest thing to do, too.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a difference when you don't really care. Like, it's not like gonna make or break you or anything like that. It's not gonna change your what you buy or don't buy or anything like that. So that's kind of where I'm at. I just don't care. If somebody's my channel sponsor, then if they leave, then I don't care either. Then leave. It's not like that for me. But I think that's maybe what happens with other channels where they might have some kind of close relationship, let's just say. I don't know what the relationship is, and I'll hope that these guys would kind of disclose a little bit more exactly how it's working, because you viewers are part of the equation. People watch because the people want to support you or be a sponsor because you guys are watching. So shouldn't you be in on the deal? Shouldn't you know what the deal is? I think so. So I think that's partially why you see higher end stuff being pushed, because that's where the margin is. If a piece of hardware costs, let's say, I don't know, $800 to make, and then a company sells it for, let's say, $4,000. Okay, that's a good markup. But if something costs, $2,000 and they sell it for $20,000, okay, well, part of that is going to go to the people who are selling it, right? There's an incentive there. Where if I get somebody to buy this, they're gonna make a lot more money on that versus pushing the lower end, more affordable product. I'm pushing the more affordable product, right? I'm showing monolith stuff, some stuff that barely has any margin, because I care about what you guys are getting, right? So if you guys feel like you're getting a good deal, I don't care if I'm not looking at my commission. What's my commission? Or I have no idea what it is.
Great Danger says, I want some more. I think he means Radio Shack realistic speakers.
Yeah.
And like that was my video today. If you guys didn't see it, it's me going from a pair of $2,200 Focals to a $240 pair of monoliths. But to be real, they retail for $400 each. So still at $800 a pair normally. They still sound better than the $2,200 Focals, but getting this smoking deal that somebody found on, while we were on this show, that was it for me. I was just like, yep. And I grabbed the center channel too, because $105 for a center channel, like what? And I was like looking at Best Buy's deals for like Klipsch, and Joe's like, no, dude, stop, you have to stop, just wait,
just chill for a second.
Yeah,
hold on. And
isn't that the advantage that we have though? Is we can review the expensive stuff, so it's not like we don't know.
Yeah.
It's not like we don't have access to the expensive stuff. But shouldn't we be honest? Like if we buy, we get some expensive stuff for review, and some other thing that's way less expensive is equal or maybe even better sometimes. Isn't that like our job to kind of communicate that?
Yeah.
Like, hey, check out this great deal. And this one is not that it's bad. It's just look at the great deal on this one, you know? And that happens sometimes. And I think that's what's exciting to me, when something's really good and affordable, but you ain't going to get any big commission checks on those.
Yeah, definitely not.
So I think that is part of it. And I want people to be aware of that, not calling out anybody again, right? Not calling out anybody because I'm not watching anybody else. I'm not watching anybody else.
Hater Joe.
Huh?
Yeah, Hater Jay. You got to watch out for him.
Yeah. So anyway, just be aware of that. Like when people are watching that, just think about it as like when you watch TV, that a lot of this stuff is sponsored and you accept it, right? Yeah. You don't think to yourself, I wonder if that's true. Like, no, I see the ad. I see it's, the whole thing's sponsored. So that's it. That's all I got.
I hear you. Same thing we always say, just let people know. Like I started off not liking affiliate links and being very against them because I thought there was a certain stigma associated with them. Yeah. But as I've gone on, it's just like my audience doesn't care. As long as I tell them, this is where the speaker came from, this is where whatever came from. I was sent in a loan, or the manufacturer told me I could keep it, or here's an affiliate link, or whatever. They don't care. They just tell me. Cool. All right. We'll figure it out from there. All right. If you would like to join us every week on Mondays at, what time is it? About 6 p.m. Central, which is the best time. That's where I am. Make sure you join us at youtube.com/Daily HiFi. We out.